possible front runners in the race are Sweet Duke and Burgoyne, and they do race away, and Cardinal Red is with them. And Mrs. Kath Walwyn is here this afternoon, sporting a big plaster on her right leg, limping along well. The horse is moving better, but never mind. Sweet Duke leading by about 3 parts of a length to Burgoyne in second, a gap of 3 or 4 lengths to Flakey Dove, Deb's Ball, then Cardinal Red, and detached by about 4 or 5 is Countorus. So they head away then towards the first of 3 flights of hurdles. They jump on the back straight. They'd have 12 in all, and it's Sweet Duke leading. Sweet Duke and Burgoyne. Sweet Duke by a length and a half to Burgoyne in second, a gap of about 5 to Flakey Dove, and then Cardinal Red, and then comes Deb's Ball and Countorus, and they come to take the first flight of hurdles. And Burgoyne wasn't as fluent as he could have been. And Lorcan Wire's ridden this horse in the past, and Mark Dwyer and Adrian Maguire. Peter Niven has the man on Burgoyne today. Come down towards the next, and it's Sweet Duke, who jumped well from Burgoyne in second. These setting a good pace. The trip is 3 miles, and they really are stepping on the gas. Flakey Dove is back in third place, and about 6 lengths off this leading pair, who go down towards the third flight of hurdles, and Sweet Duke pops over in the lead. From Burgoyne and Flakey Dove and Cardinal Red, and then Deb's Ball, and the green and white colours at the back is Countorus. Horse quite heavily bandaged. Begin the turn then at the far end of the course. And watch this space, because this part of the course apparently could well be taken up for another widening of the A1. More A1 roadworks, possibly. That's the A1. You can see cars whizzing up and down the background. Well, when the Wetherby bypass is going to be bypassed, they could well be taking some of this ground. But it's still Sweet Duke leading from Burgoyne in second place. Sweet Duke then, as they start the turn into the home straight. Sweet Duke, Burgoyne 1-2, Flakey Dove in third, Cardinal Red for Deb's Ball, the inside of Countorus, and they led towards flight number 4. On the sharp end, it's Sweet Duke and Burgoyne, stride for stride. Sweet Duke and Burgoyne come to it, clear by about 2 or 3 lengths to Flakey Dove in second and Cardinal Red. This is the 4th, and Burgoyne the better jump there. So it's Burgoyne and Sweet Duke, stride for stride. And then Flakey Dove in third, followed by Cardinal Red. And now is Countorus and Deb's Ball. And this is flight 5. And a mirror image up front with Sweet Duke on the right, Burgoyne on the left. And then Flakey Dove, followed by Cardinal Red and Countorus, and Deb's Ball is the trailer now. This will be the last next time round. Sweet Duke and Burgoyne share the pace as they come up past the stands, and Tomo in the red colours and with the yellow disc. Your Flakey Dove's going well.
Going very nicely, but she should be at this particular stage of the race. If she wasn't, I'd be a bit worried. There's a complete circuit to run, 1.5 miles, and it's just that last quarter mile that could find her out. And they're making this a good test of stamina. Tell you what, Gigi, last year's winner Burgoyne just been niggled along in second, but look at the horse in 5th in the green and white. I tell you what, this horse ridden by Adrian Maguire, Countorus, is going well, and don't be worried about Deb's Ball towards the rear. She always likes to come late. John Frankham, what do you make of it so far?
Well, if Burgoyne happens to win, then I think anybody who's backed it ought to send Peter Niven a percentage of their winnings, because he's been off the bridle from the word go. You can see just niggling along, and I think he's already beginning to blow himself. As a consequence, Burgoyne's jumping is suffering, and just look at the contrast in Burgoyne to Sweet Duke. He actually jumped that well. Countorus just closing up with Flakey Dove, but Peter Niven certainly going to be glowing when he comes back in from this race.
And if Mark Dwyer wins on Cardinal Red, I think you can send him more, because Cardinal Red is dropping away, and Mark really having to push that one along to stay in contention. But it's still Sweet Duke in the lead from Burgoyne in second, and then Flakey Dove getting closer on the inside. She holds a track record at Uttoxeter, Flakey Dove. Got plenty of pace, Flakey Dove. Will she stay, Flakey Dove? Sweet Duke the leader from Burgoyne in second, Flakey Dove the inside, and then comes Countorus, and Deb's Ball isn't totally out of it, although detached by about 4 lengths off the leading quartet, who they begin the turn out of the back straight, and Cardinal Red is tailing off. They're just at the top of the picture, popping into the picture, but a long way out of it. It's Sweet Duke and Carl Llewellyn on this front runner, Flakey Dove getting closer, and then comes Burgoyne with on the outside Countorus, and that's the line of 4 then as they begin this turn into the home straight in this Tote West Yorkshire hurdle race, and they've got half a mile to go, and it's from here on in that Flakey Dove goes into unknown territory in the red colours there. Sweet Duke is still going well though, and on the left Countorus going well. Burgoyne can't see that one winning. Deb's Ball is getting a bit closer, and this is the third last, and it's Sweet Duke the inside of Flakey Dove, and Deb's Ball and Dudley Moffatt getting closer. Countorus on the left, 3 out, and it's Sweet Duke in the lead from Deb's Ball, Flakey Dove on the outside, and then Countorus. And it's Deb's Ball now that's come through to press. Deb's Ball on the outside of Sweet Duke as they come down towards the second last. And Deb's Ball and Sweet Duke. Deb's Ball hits it but gets away with it from Sweet Duke in second. And they pulled 5 clear of Flakey Dove, not over 3 miles in this company. Burgoyne is staying on again. They come down towards the final flight. And it's Deb's Ball in the lead from Sweet Duke on the inner. And Deb's Ball pops it, meets it running, gets away with it well. And that's towards the line. It's going to be Deb's Ball's race. This Tote West Yorkshire hurdle is going to go to Deb's Ball, ridden out to the line. She's getting tired. Sweet Duke tries to rally, but at the line Deb's Ball takes it from Sweet Duke, with Burgoyne in third, and looking back to Flakey Dove, who was eventually fourth of the 4 for Countorus, has been pulled up, so too Cardinal Red. And so the outcome of this Tote West Yorkshire hurdle race, with an estimated total value of £16,000. The winner is number 6, Deb's Ball, at 9-1. Boy, we are having some results here today. This one in the colours of Mr. J. Calvert, trained at Cardinal by Dudley Moffatt, ridden by Dudley, and coming down towards the final flight. She met it better than she did the second last, Deb's Ball, and she's certainly got away from the flight well. However, take nothing away from the second horse home, number 1, Sweet Duke, in the colours of Mr. Andrew Mavru, trained at Cheltenham by Nigel Twiston Davis, ridden by Carl Llewellyn. For this Sweet Duke was coming back at Deb's Ball in the closing stages. The third horse home was number 2, Burgoyne,